rice and sugar. We come from the country they call Guyana, land of the bauxite, the rice and sugar. Me say pack up me grip and let me go. Me got we come back to Guyana some more. Me say fi pack up me grip and let me go. Me got we go back to Guyana some more. Oh Bangali Babu, oh Guyana Babu, oh Bangali Babu, oh Guyana Babu. I am the very best of the Guyanese Babu. I am the very best of the Guyanese Babu. Oh Bangali Babu, oh Guyana Babu, oh Bangali Babu, oh Guyana Babu. Singing in the US and Canada, I am coming back, man, be nice of Guyana. Singing in the US and Canada, I am coming back, man, be nice of Guyana. Me say pack up me grip and let me go. Me got we go back to Guyana some more. Me say we pack up me grip and let me go. Me got we go back to Guyana some more. Oh Bangali Babu, oh Guyana Babu, oh Bangali Babu, oh Guyana Babu. I am the very best of the Guyanese Babu. I am the very best of the Guyanese Babu. Oh Bangali Babu, oh Guyana Babu, oh Bangali Babu, oh Guyana Babu.
living in peace. They can't believe we get so used to your level. They can't believe that everybody living as one. They can't believe that everybody love one another. Jumping and whining together. Jump and let us see love and unity. One big family together. Let's jump and let us see love and unity. One big family together. Why not let us see love and unity? One big family together. Why not let us see love and unity? One big family together. What is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? Let me see you raise your hand and put them in the air. Put them in the air. High, high. Let me see you raise your hand and put them in the air. Put them in the air. Jump and let us see love and unity. One big family together. Jump and let us see love and unity. One big family together. Why not let us see love and unity? One big family together. Why not let us see love and unity? One big family together. The fussing and the fighting and the war must done. The war must done. The war must done. The fussing and the fighting and the war must done. And I believe as one. Just let the fussing and the fighting and the war must done. The war must done. The war must done. The fussing and the fighting and the war must done. And I believe we going with the dust and the fight. And the black people mixing with white. They can't believe the rich man jumping with the poor. They can't believe the slave separation of war. They can't believe that everybody love one another. Jumping around the press everywhere. Love and unity, one big family together. Jump and let them see love and unity, one big family together. Both and let them see love and unity, one big family together. Both and let them see love and unity, one big family together. What is it worth? PPP. Up together, we just be press in the air, press everywhere. unity, PPP, come together. We progress in the air, progress everywhere. I am let's go by there. Let's go by there. I let us see a let's go by there. Let's go right there. Don't let us see. Don't let us see. One make promises. Don't let us see. Don't let us see. One make promises. Don't let us see. Don't let us see. One make promises. Don't let us see. Don't let us see. One make promises. Under the PPP, we live in our joy. Don't let us see. PPP, together, don't let us see. Don't let us see. One make promises. PPP, let us see. Don't let us see. One make promises. Let us see. Don't let us see. What is the word? PPP, unity. Let's go by there. Let's go right there. Let's go by there. Let's go right there. Don't let us see. Don't let us see. One make promises. Don't let us see. Don't let us see. One make promises. Don't let us see. Don't let us see. One make promises. Don't let us see. Don't let us see. One make promises. Under the PPP, we live in our joy. Don't let us see. Don't let us see. PPP, together. Don't let us see. Don't let us see. One make promises. What is the word? PPP, unity. PPP, come together. We progress in the air, progress everywhere. Let's go by there. Let's go right there. Let us see a let's go by there. Let's go right there. mash it up together, mash it up together, together, whip it up together, whip it up together, together, chop it up together. Okay. Marcel, yes, kidding. When we roll, we don't roll alone. Anywhere that we go, we know. I'm moving every with me from with me from with me from we must up, we like a everybody chop it up together, chop it up together, together, mash it up together, mash it up together, together, whip it up together, whip it up together, together, chop it up together. We know the skin, we know the color, we see strength, we see power, we know the race, one or the other. What's the spirit on this stuff? He is my brother. Well, even if we fall out, crashing we go all out. We will never post the family, them for us crawl out. From everywhere we crawl out, we ready to crawl out. Fire on the furnace family, we ball. We jump in the deep family. The deep family. We come to everybody chop it up together, chop it up together, mash it up together, mash it up together, whip it up together, whip it up together, chop it up together. Even if we fall out, catching we go all out. You will never post the family, them for us crawl out. Everywhere we crawl out, we ready to crawl out. Fire on the furnace family, we ball. We jump in the deep family. The deep family. We jump to we mash up. We like a bomb. Everybody chop it up together. Chop it up together, mash it up together, mash it up together, whip it up together, whip it up together, chop it up together. Yo, see check. serious. One or the other. What's the freedom on this stuff? He is my brother.
Well, even if we fall out, crashing we go all out. We will never post the family, them for us crawl out. Fuck everywhere we crawl out. We ready to crawl out. Fire upon our friends, family, we ball out. We jump in the breeze, family. We breeze, family. We come to we push up. We like a bomb.
Everybody, drop it up together. Drop it up together. Mash it up together. Mash it up together. Mash it up together. Mash it up together. Whip it up together. Whip it up together. Chop it up together. We don't see skin. We don't see color. We see strength. We see power. We don't see race. One or the other. What's the freedom on this stuff? He is my brother.
Well, even if we fall out, crashing we go all out. We will never post the family, them for us crawl out. Fuck everywhere we crawl out. We ready to crawl out. Fire upon our friends, family, we ball out. We jump in the deep, family. We deep, family. We come to we push up.
Everybody, chop it up together. Chop it up together. Mash it up together. Mash it up together. Whip it up together. Whip it up together. Chop it up together.
It's plenty of it.
Not once did we blame sure, abandon our duty, no, our duty, with those from the British and even our own. Guyana never stop being a place to call home. The rigged and rape, but we stay because injured terror and repression, what a heavy cross. It's a time to rally for with party and country. Vote for the PPP. It's a time to rally for with party and country. Vote for the PPP. Since 1950, we in the service of this blessed country. Not once did we blame or abandon our duty, no, our duty. Our duty with those from the British and even our own. Guyana never stop being a place to call home. The rigged and rape, but we stay because injured terror and repression, what a heavy cross. It's a time to rally for the party and country. Vote for the PPP. It's a time to rally for the party and country. Vote for the PPP. I am free, I am me, I have the right for the PPP. Oh yeah, I am free, oh yes, I am me, I have the right for the PPP. We sing this song for our beloved Jagdeo, oh, and the countless others who serve for this country, yeah. Oh, good will always win against all the evil, and no breeze cannot come and blow what we can do. Our love and loyalty to this country outshines our mineral wealth and its beauty. It is time to rally for the party and country. Vote for the PPP. It is time to rally for the party and country. Vote for the PPP. I am free, I am me, I have the right for the PPP. Oh yeah, I am free, oh yes, I am me, I have the right for the PPP. So put on your gears and be battle ready, yeah. Oh, this country needs our beloved party, yeah. Oh,
For over 65 years, yeah, we played a part. And all of our service comes straight from the heart. Let's take the charge, yeah, my brother and sister, in defense of a strong and secure Guyana. It is time to rally for we party and country. Vote for the PPP. It is time to rally for we party and country. Vote for the PPP. I am free, I am me, I have the right. Since 1950, of this blessed country. Not once did we flinch or abandon our duty, no, our duty. Our duty, with those from the British and even our own. Guyana never stop being a place to call home. The rigged and rape, but peace may be causing just terror and repression. What's a heavy cross? It's a time to rally for the party and country. Vote for the PPP. It's a time to rally for the party and country. Vote for the PPP. I am free, I am me, I have the right for the PPP. Oh yeah, I am free, so yes I am me, I have the right for the PPP. We sing the song for our beloved Jagdeo, oh, and the countless others who serve for this country, yeah. Oh, good will always win against all the evil, and no risk cannot come and know what we can do. Our love and loyalty to this country outshines our mineral wealth and its beauty. It is time to rally for the party and country. Vote for the PPP. It is time to rally for the party and country. Vote for the PPP. I am free, I am me, I have the right for the PPP. Oh yeah, I am free, oh yes I am me, I have the right for the PPP. Since 1950, we have the service of this blessed country. Not once did we flinch or abandon our duty, no, our duty. Our duty with those of the British and even our own. Guyana never stop being a place to call home. The rigged and break the peace is because endure terror and repression. What I have been.
PATENTIA, are you ready for September 1st? Are you ready to read? September 1st, who are we voting for? Brothers and friends, good evening. We are ready to start of this meeting this afternoon, and we are waiting the arrival. Who are we waiting on? We are waiting the arrival of our candidates and of course our Vice President and General Secretary of the People's Progressive Party, Dr. Jagdeo. Region 3, let me hear you make some noise. Region 3, you have all the reasons to vote for the People's Progressive Party Senate. Our president, I don't understand your president because he's the president of this country, and so he hails from our region. And you, the people of Region 3, you have the option, you don't have an option rather, but to vote solidly and resoundingly on September 1st for the People's Progressive Party Civic. I want to hear you make some noise for the local people of the regional chairman, our ministers, our young people who you will see some see what a young president and a team from the PPPC can do for this country. And for that, comrades and friends, we need to show some love for our party. Comrades and friends, we'll take you back to the music, and I'll be back here shortly as we await the arrival of the Vice President, our General Secretary, a hard-working man. I like to call him a young man because he and the President, they have energy from us, young ladies don't have. And so now to put you back to the music and to get you into the beat mood, I want to hear you roar for the PPPC and the leadership. Yes,
war must done, the war must done, the war must done, the busting and the fighting and the war must done. Cause every live let me see you raise your hands and put them in the air. Put them in the air. High, high. Let me see you raise your hands and put them in the air. Put them in the air. High, high. Jump and let us see, love and unity. One day from a day together never die. Jump and let us see, love and unity. One day from a day together never know. Wine and let us see, love and unity. One day from a day together never die. Wine and let us see, love and unity. One day from a day together never. The busting and the fighting and the war must done. The war must done. The war must done. The busting and the fighting and the war must done. Come let me live as one. Just a two, put down the drugs, he said the knife and the gun. The knife and the gun. The knife and the gun. Just a two, put down the drugs, he said the knife and the gun. And let me all have fun. Jump and let us see, love and unity. One day family together never die. Jump and let us see, love and unity. One day family together never die. Wine and let us see, love and unity. One day family together never die. Wine and let us see, love and unity. One day family together never. They can't believe the fighting see. They can't believe we live in a peace. They can't believe the ghetto youth put down their guns. They can't believe that everybody living as one. They can't believe that everybody love one another. Jumping and whining together. Let me see you raise your hand. Put them in the air. High, high. Let me see you raise your hand and put them in the air. Put them in the air. High, high. Jump and let us see, love and unity. One day family together never die. Jump and let us see, love and unity. One day family together never die. Wine and let us see, love and unity. One day family together never die. Wine and let us see, love and unity. One day family together never. The busting and the fighting and the war must done. The war must done. The war must done. The busting and the fighting and the war must done. Come let me live as one. Just a two, put on the drugs, he said the knife and the gun. The knife and the gun. The knife and the gun. Just a two, put on the drugs, he said the knife and the gun. And let me all have fun. Jump and let us see, love and unity. One day family together never die. Jump and let us see, love and unity. One day family together never die. Wine and let us see, love and unity. One day family together never die. Wine and let us see, love and unity. One day family together never. They can't believe the fighting see. They can't believe we live in peace. They can't believe the ghetto youth put down the guns. They can't believe that everybody living as one. They can't believe that everybody love one another. Jumping and whining together. Jump and let us see, love and unity. One day family together never die. Jump and let us see, love and unity. One day family together never die. Wine and let us see, love and unity. One day family together never die. Wine and let us see, love and unity. One day family together never. What is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? Let me see your raise your hands and put them in the air. Put them in the air. High, high. Let me see your raise. put them in the air, put them in the air. Jump and let us see, love and unity, one day family together, let's go. Jump and let us see, love and unity, one day family together, let's go. Why not let us see, love and unity, one day family together, let's go. Let me see your Let me see your raise your hand. Put them in the air. Put them in the air. Jump and let us see. Love and unity. One big family together. Let's go. Jump and let us see. Love and unity. One big family together. Let's go. Why not let us see. Love and unity. One big family together. Let's go. Why not let us see love and unity? One day family togetherness. People say that the fighting and the war must done. The war must done. The war must done. People say that the fighting and the war must done. Cause we live as one. That's a two. Put on the drugs, he said the knife and the gun. The knife and the gun. The knife and the gun. That's a two. Put on the drugs, he said the knife and the gun. And we all have fun. Jump and let them see. Love and
I'm not feeling this energy at all from you people. I don't want you to only listen to the music. I want you to make some noise. I want you to wave. And I want to tell you that on September 1st, you are not going to the polls alone in the morning. You are going with your neighbors. You are going with your friends. You are going with your family. And you are going to be the first to vote on September 1st. Then you will go back home and you will relax. But you will keep your eyes open. I want you to promise us here tonight that you are going to be the vision for us. You are going to be the watch out for us. And I can't hear you people. This is your duty to look after election day business in your region, in your village. And so you have to do this in order for us to re-elect our president, Dr. Mohabir Ali. And our young speakers here tonight will give you all the reasons why you should do that. They will tell you from the beginning to the ending and why it is important for you, the people of Region 3, to ensure that you come out and vote solidly. I need to remind you of all the happenings and all the progress and all the development in Region 3. And let me say this to you people. This was not done by magic. It was done by hard work. It was done through vision. It was done through policies. It was done through people who are in leadership, having you as heart and love you to the maximum so that they want to develop this country for the future. And that struggle and that development process was and is going to continue to be led by Dr. Mohabir Ali and our General Secretary and the People's Progressive Party. Where are the young people? I want to see you wave your flags. The young people starts to roll in, right? Let us make some noise and continue to make some noise and continue to wave those flags as we welcome the arrival of our Vice President and General Secretary, Dr. Jagdeo. PATENTIA! Region 3! Let me see those flags! Flag away! Let me see those flags, PATENTIA! And let us welcome our and we will pause and allow the little ones to garland our speakers tonight. Comrades and friends, I told you earlier this evening you will meet and you will hear from some of our young leaders in Region 3 and across this country. This evening, as we welcome you, we thank you in your numbers for coming out here. I would like to introduce you, no stranger, a young face, a hard-working young woman of this region. I now bring to you Dr. Erica Ford. Let us hear her for our regional young officer. Potential! Let me hear you! Region 3! Let me hear you! Comrades, brothers, sisters of the People's Progressive Party, good evening! Good evening! Now, when I first joined the People's Progressive Party, I was not yet the leader that you see before you here today. I was a woman with passion, a passion for service, for justice, for equity, and for the people of this country, especially for those historically that have been left behind. But the PPP didn't just welcome me, it shaped me. This party gave me purpose, a platform, and the mentorship to transform this passion into action. The PPP taught me that leadership is not about titles. It is about presence. Being present in communities when the lights go out, when the water stops running, when a mother can't access health care for her child. It's about showing up, not just in times of celebration like now, but in times of struggle. Many of you remember seeing myself, Angie, and other comrades from right here in Region 3, Paul Chung, coming around during COVID, during a time when you were told to be fearful and to be in your homes. You saw us, the People's Progressive Party,
out there helping, sharing hampers, sewing and sharing money to ensure that you, the people of this country, could stay safe. You, the people of this country, could feel like there was someone there with you. That is what this party is about. It is about ensuring that we stay together. As the regional health officer, I have had the privilege of leading major health outreach programs, coordinating hospital improvements, solving community crises, and ensuring that no village, no matter how remote, is forgotten. And I've done it not for the applause, but because the People's Progressive Party raised me to understand that every Guyanese's life matters. That is a party that I am proud to be a part of. You should be proud to be a part of. Now, being in this party taught me how to listen to people, how to build coalitions, how to solve problems, how to stand tall in the face of adversity. As a young Afro-Guyanese woman, I've had to defy stereotypes, dismantle barriers, and remain grounded in my principles. But I've never walked alone because the PPP walks with me. Our great leaders, both the General Secretary, Dr. Jagdeo, sitting right here, and President Irfan Ali, remind us every single day that we are building a one Guyana. It's a call to action. And I am proud to answer that call. To every young person out there, especially young women, young professionals, and young people, especially of Afro-Guyanese descent, who may be fearful for silly reasons and misunderstandings to join this party. I stand here tonight as living proof that the PPP is your party. There is space for you here. There is purpose for you here. And there is your voice. My journey in the PPP is not over. It has only just begun. Because the PPP does not create leaders, it builds a movement. And I am honored to be one of its proud foot soldiers. Thank you, comrades, for standing together. And long live the PPP!
She was well accepted and she shared her testimony. Another young person who has become someone authority that's wrong. Let us learn from Now, it is no question that our President, Dr. Mohammed Ali, is hardworking and energetic. Our President and our Vice President are visionaries. And between 2020 to now, the President has made tremendous developments and improvements to all sectors. Now, one such improvement, an important improvement, was done to modernize our legislative framework. Now, I'm sure all of you would agree that laws are important in every country. Laws need to be dynamic, right? Every time a new sector develops, we need laws. Y'all see the speeding cameras? Y'all woke up one day, y'all saw speeding cameras, right? How are we going to enforce those tickets? You have to pass a law, right? To make the speed or the pictures taken from the cameras to be used in the court, right? Okay. So over the last 5 years, the government has passed numerous legislation to assist every single person in this country. These legislation varied from social challenges to economical challenges, right? I'm sure a lot of you would remember, or you would have even experienced at one point, your lands were stolen from you because somebody had a power of attorney, and well, you did not give them the power of attorney, right? So one of the things that this government sought to do was amend the Power of Attorney Act. And it may seem like a very simple thing, right? But with this amendment, it makes it difficult for a person to use a power of attorney to transact certain businesses, right? You need to, with the amendment, you will need to register the power of attorney at the Decent Commercial Registry, and you need to renew it after a certain period of time. Another important legislation that was passed under the leadership of our president was the Electronic Communications and Transactions Act. Everybody would agree that Guyana is one of the fastest growing economies in the country, right? Now, what this act seems to do, well, one of the things is that if you have to enter a contract with somebody that lives in the US, you don't need that person to come to Guyana. You can do it electronically, and that contract will be legally enforced, right? You sign a document, you send it across by email, those documents are enforceable. It may seem like a simple thing, but it could save you a lot of time, a lot of money, right? You don't have to travel from Guyana to across the world just to sign a document, right? Okay. Another thing that the government managed to do was to replace the Domestic Violence Act with the Family Violence Act. Now, the Family Violence Act is aimed at reducing gender-based violence, which means men and women, right? You can't beat your wife, you can't beat your husband. Right? Along with this act, the government was able to establish something called the Hope and Justice Center. I don't know how many know with it, but the Hope and Justice Center was established along with partnering with the IDB, but it was established to provide a one operational center for domestic violence victims. So, you have a problem, you go to these centers, they have medical personnel to assist you, they have lawyers to provide you with legal representation, and they also have police officers to take your complaints, right? So you don't need to be running here, running there. You go to these centers, the centers are located in Rosicnan and Bertinusian, right? So those are a few things and a few laws that the government has passed to improve your lives. It didn't just stop at the Local Contents Act, which deals with the oil and gas sector. It sought to touch every single sector in this country. Yes? Correct. I could speak to you all night about all of the new laws that were passed and how it would affect you and impact your lives for the good, but I think my time is up, so I will end here. Thank you.
It's one of our young attorney from right here in Region 3. Give her a huge round of applause. Our young ones, our new ones, those who have been following, those who see the purpose of supporting and joining this trail with Dr. Mohabir and our General Secretary. And so tonight, again, once more from Region 3, I introduce to you Mr. Kofi Dalrymple.
They say the west side is the best side, is that right? Yeah. Oh, what? It is such a joy to be home on the west side. It is such a joy to be here tonight. You know, this village of PATENTIA is not just a village. You are a community of strength. You are a community of pride. You are a community of resilience. And so it is my great pleasure to be here on this stage tonight to talk to you about something that is extremely important here in this region and in our country. This country is I want you to know, and I think everyone knows, that our country is on the way up. And PATENTIA on the West Coast and Region 3 is an important part of how Guyana is rising. This region is developing so fast, I could barely recognize it. You know, I just came across the bridge. I gotta tell you something. I've driven in Canada. I've driven in the United States. I've driven in New York City and I've driven in Miami.
But every time I pass the Demerara Harbor Bridge, I feel like Guyana is finding her place among the best countries in the world. That's right. We are moving forward, people. But let me tell you something. The car is ready and the car is moving. And there's some people who want to take the keys and drive this car. And we say absolutely not. President Irfan Ali is driving this car. Now, let me tell you something, right? Let me tell you something. When I drive my car, my little 16-year-old son sit down and he watch. And he think he could do a good job just like his father. No experience, but you know how you make the thing look easy? You know how sometimes you make something look so easy, everybody think they can do it, right? So I said, son, you want to drive the car? So I put him in the car. And he go in, and he turn on the car. And then the car starts shaking. And then the car almost run off the road. And I say, hold man. He said, Daddy, I tell you I could drive, but I never tell you I could drive good. And that's how some people learn. They want you to give them the car, and when they drive the car off the cliff, they say, I never tell you I could drive good. Let's give the car to President Irfan Ali. Now, let me be clear. This election, we're not taking any chances. We are ensuring that the car, which is Guyana, this airplane which is taken off, remains in experienced hands. You hear what I said? We have to keep the car and the plane in the hands of experienced people. And you know who those experienced people are, right? Come on, you know who those experienced people are. Dr. Irfan Ali, Brigadier Mark Phillips, Vice President Dr. Jagdeo, and the entire PPP. So hear me good. Don't let no little boy come and tell you that they want to drive this car. Because we're not giving it to them, all right? We're not giving it to no little boy to drive this car. Now, let's look and see how well the car is driving. Look at the development across this country. You can't drive more than a mile and there's a construction site. You can't even walk anywhere these days. There is construction going on. Progress is happening everywhere. Even a blind person can see the progress. Over 200,000, imagine, over 200,000 meters of road built right here in Region 3. All right? Right here in Region 3. And soon, the gas to energy project is going to transform Region 3 into a place where opportunities continue to abound for everyone. And I say everyone, Because this party and this campaign is about everyone in Guyana. We're moving forward together. Let me close. So this September, when we vote, we are voting to continue progress. We are voting so that Guyana can continue to rise. We are voting so that our young people can continue to develop. I have seen in my lifetime free education at the University of Guyana. And every young person, your future is bright. No longer do you have to go overseas to seek opportunity. Your opportunities are right here in Guyana. So on September 1st, we are voting for President Anil. We are voting for the PPP. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, long live the PPP.
Introduce to you another young man. And I said, we have from the housewives to the doctors, to the lawyers, and everyone. We are an inclusive party. And tonight, I want you to make some noise for our country's leading cardiologist,
I did hear that the west side is the best side. Do you agree with me? Albion quarantine on the east side. But as we were coming along here, I saw something that I identified with. I saw the Wales Estate compound. That is just like where I grew up in the Albion Estate area. I am the son of a sugar worker. And many of you here stand here because of the industry of sugar. Anybody here has any ties to sugar? Everybody here, yes. I am the son of a cane cutter. And I have lived this life not just in Guyana. I've been around the Caribbean, in North America extensively. I've worked and studied, I've trained, I've operated on presidents, prime ministers, ministers of government, business people, and regular people make up the most of my work. And I can tell you that in all of my experiences around, what I have seen here in Guyana in healthcare development in the last 5 years under a People's Progressive Party leadership and government, I have not seen this anywhere else where I have been. The pace of development, the strength of development, the scope, the number of facilities that are being built is unmatched anywhere that I have been. So I want to stand here today again and reinforce what I said in Kitty, that I am 100% behind the People's Progressive Party. Republic of Guyana. I am 100% behind Brigadier General Mark Phillips, and I am 100% behind Dr. Barry Jagdeo as Vice President for the People's Progressive Party. Let us move forward together to September 1st, 2025. Victory for the PPP. God bless you. God bless the PPP. God bless Guyana. Long live sugar.
party. And of course, our party bringing back the sweetness to the lives of the people of Region 3 and more so Wales. We have in our midst this evening the CEO of Guyana, Paul Chung. Let us welcome him.
Good evening. Good evening. You know, I want to say we're very fortunate in this country to have leaders like our legend, Dr. Jagdeo, our hard-working president. When they campaigned in 2015, they promised the sugar workers a large increase, and what they did? This community felt the wrath of the PNC, the APTU and the AFC. They knew when they closed this estate, they plunged this whole community into poverty. People had to live on handouts. Now they will come to you in different forms. High, like wolf in sheep clothing, but don't listen to them. Don't listen to them. Chase them and tell them where they're supposed to go. When we came in power, when we came back into power in 2020, we had to put Guyana on life support. If not, the sugar industry would have died by now. You know, we have a lot of doctors here. And so what we had to do, we had to start fixing all the wounds that they left from the battle state, not investing, not putting money in the right areas. Right, so today, sugar is breathing again. And we can look forward to a vibrant sugar industry in the future. And we have to be thankful and appreciative of the leadership of our party, to see and to understand how sugar is important to our country. Sugar is the reason why many of us are here, and we cannot turn our backs on it now. So we're working and we're working to get sugar back, and we want to thank you this evening. Long live the PPP.
National Congress. I am now Nandlall McAllister of the People's Progressive Party. I want to remind you, comrades, why I chose to walk this journey. The Dr. Mohabir family, Dr. Jagdeo and the PPP family. Region 3, are you ready to march with us towards another PPP victory? Comrades and friends, I want to do something very important tonight. I want to thank you. I want to thank you for playing a very important role in bringing Guyana to where we are today. I thank you because in 2020, March the 2nd, you took to the polls, you placed your confidence and trust in us, and you gave us that opportunity to work for you, the people. Hence, you, the people, deserve the most gratitude. We're standing here and all the people of Guyana. Woman. Yes, I'm young, I'm in my mid-30s. And I want to thank the PPPC government, the PPPC party, the leadership of the PPPC for trusting me, for allowing me to be part of this major development. I've been in Parliament for the past 5 years, and it has been a wonderful experience. Scholarships, the Hinterland Scholarship and a government scholarship to study medicine in Cuba. And that has done many things for me. One of the things it has done, it has given me the opportunity to serve you, the people of this country. This is what we stand for. The PPPC is a party for everyone, and we have proven that. We don't need to go and spread lies anywhere. We have evidence to show we have that track record. Comrades and friends, I always visit my homeland, the place of my birth, that is, in Region 2, Cameroon. And I saw some massive development that's going on there. I could not have believed those are my fellow American villages. Thanks to the PPPC government. Are benefited from everything. We have benefited from it because we care passion. The scholarships, the gold scholarships, no longer do our Armenian brothers and sisters or persons from far-flung regions have to leave their homes like I did. They can sit at their bedsides, they can sit at their veranda under a tree, and they can log out. They have access to the ICT hubs, they have Wi-Fi on their Mark Phillips, our Prime Minister. Comrades and friends, there is no other party that can take this country forward. The PPP is the only party that can take it forward. I wish to remind you it is your civic duty to elect a party of your choice, and the only choice is the PPP civic. Come September 1st and put your ex next to it. It is the right thing to do. Another young woman, and you see how our party is investing in young people and more so our women. Region 3, you have every reason why you should come out on September 1st and vote solidly for the People's Progressive Party Civic. I bring to you to the microphone a young man who worked very hard in this region, and he will bring to you a message in 2 minutes. Let us welcome our regional chairman, Mr. Mshar Ayub.
Thank you, Comrade. I can see the love and appreciation for the People's Progressive Party. Your testimony, your presence here is a testimony that you're marching behind Dr. Mohabir and the General Secretary to the poll on the 1st of September to swearing back Dr. Mohabir as the President of Guyana. I want to use my 2 minutes to really pay homage and acknowledge a great individual of this nation. I saw on a symbol a pussycat. Tonight, I want you, in a tremendous roar, acknowledge the Lion of Guyana, the General Secretary of the People's Party. They get meow and playing it still. That is what is happening. This election is about we must not forget, because progress and prosperity is being witnessed across this country every day and night. But what we have to do is not to forget what happened to us before 2020, when this nation was weeping. As I tell the meeting the other night, when we were in a coma, the People's Progressive Party C, under the visionary leader of our General Secretary, sat with his team and crafted a way to fight day and night to restore democracy in this country. So we have this our General Secretary was at work. Day and night he was at work. He understood clearly that he had to craft a way, and he had the vision, the commitment, and the education to craft that way, to change what was happening in this country, to bring back that freedom, that dignity, and that prosperity to all of us. We owe it to that man. Under which government the school grant was increased to 55,000. Under which government the level of treatment was advanced in this community. This government, the achievement of this government proves beyond doubt. The People's Progressive Party, under the direction of our General Secretary, is the only party that can give us continuous prosperity, that can alleviate us, that can make us feel tall and proud anywhere we go. Comrades and friends, we don't have an option. This election about protecting the old, protecting the not so old, protecting the youth, and protecting the small children for a better future. And we know beyond any shadow of doubt that our future resides with the governorship of the People's Progressive Party. From the 1st of September, make some noise. That we will win this election by 65%. Make some noise. That all of you will be marching without any doubt behind the People's Progressive Party from 1st of September, and Dr. Mohabir will be sworn in as President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana on the 2nd of September.
The young man, the man never forget is the 2020 regional and general elections. This evening, comrades and friends, with all the development and all the progress happening in our country, it must have been through true vision of our leaders in our party, and leading those progress, leading those vision alongside our president and our prime minister is no other than our hard-working General Secretary, Dr. Bharat Jagdeo.
Hold on a minute. So I'm not going to come on as yet. I wanted you to hear from as many speakers as possible today. So I only had 3 speakers ahead of me, but I just wanted you to get a feel for the depth of this party and to get you to be familiar with the faces up here. So that's why I've been asking them to speak for a couple of minutes. So I told Indar he has 2 minutes too. And then the chair forgot about Indar. And you know Indar is a griper, so if he doesn't get his 2 minutes, he's gonna complain all week. So please give him his 2 minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for coming out. But I want you to remember, and do not ever forget this, that right up the road there is Greensland and Wales. Who shut down the estates? The APLU and the AFC. You know, when you put your hand in the snake hole and you get bite one time, you think you push your back your hand in all of them? No! So when you come around, tell them you're not welcome. Get up to the half stick and tell them to go out to the place. The other day was nomination day. The AFC with all of them 4 right people and the rest of them, Ramjatan and all of the rest of them. When you know when you eat dal and you got little rice left on the plate, you don't eat dal, you got a couple of them free. That is what the AFC look like. That is what came and took down the estate with the APLU. You see that? Listen, those are the same folks. Remember, all of them, they are one. Never, it is the same wine in a different bottle with a different label. It is the same old wine. Check all of them. PNC, AFC, all of the other parties when they have their press conference, they line up. All of them on one side. You're against you. You're against me. You're against the People's Progressive Party. And come September 1, you wake up. You wipe the boo-boo for your eye. You go down by the voting station. In August, this gentleman that they say he been a layer in the head big, he used the head and he stand like a bulwark, a mountain, and he removed the rock that brought us to democracy. And we are thankful today that he is here with us to take us to the next victory from September 1. Comrades, let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. When we took this country, every single road and bridge broke up. It broke up. You know what we did? In 3.5 years, because we lost some time to COVID. 3.5 years, we better made 1,000 community roads. You know what is that? 1,000 roads in 3.5 years. Breaking work, led by the president himself. Your Region 3 man, a young man. The young man has worked so hard, night and day the president works, and come nomination day, I think they could. You see the burial ground in Skull City there? Some of them broke out the tomb. They want to run for president. They want to tear fire. Look, come check it out. Come for us on September. Make sure the president. Let me tell you this. They're going to promise you everything. They're going to tell you they're going to build a road from here to the moon. Because they're going to tell you they want to build a road in the community. PPP, 1 billion. What they're telling you about PPP, 1 billion. Ladies and gentlemen, watch them. They're just coming out kind of look. Some of them got cockeye. They're looking at London and going to Tokyo. You know what we're talking about. All of them come like to again. You're in the right hands. You're in strong hands. You're in trusted hands. This is the government of increase. We don't decrease. We increase their only expension, your public assistance, your disability. The only thing that decreasing is the taxes. That's the taxes. Ladies and gentlemen, come September 1, People's Progressive Party. Long live the president. Long live the general secretary. Long live the president. Thank you.
Great, but he got the best introduction because the humble young man here, Dr. Jagdeo, introduced him. And this time I want you to make some
noise. Thank you. When I came here, I had this feeling. It's not deja vu, but it's a feeling of going back into the past. And I could not help but reflect on something I saw that most of you also witnessed in 2020. The BBC came here and they did a program on the closure of the Wales estate. And there was a young girl sitting on a step talking about why she couldn't go to school because her parents lost their job. And she said, my friends keep calling me and asking me why I'm not coming to school. And I see them passing by. And I'm embarrassed to say to them that we don't have money for me to go to school. So if you look at the eyes of that child who was speaking, it told the whole story of the Wales estate, but in a broader way, what was happening across our country. And today, I remember we made a promise then and now, and we said we'll fulfill that promise, that we are going to reopen the sugar industry and hire back many of the workers. We've rehired 4,000 sugar workers of the 7,000 that were laid off. Here at Wales, we were unable to keep that promise because there was nothing to reopen. They had already given away their lands, sold out those buildings that you saw there, and they had sold out the
wanting to reopen, like how we reopened Rose Hall in Berbice. And I remember coming here in that period, and the party were doing some hampers for people. And I saw right here in the community, people who were able-bodied coming for those hampers. And I know people are proud people. They did not want to do so, but the economic circumstances forced them to. And I said to the people, our PR people in the party, do not post a single picture of the people collecting the hampers, because it would not be a dignified thing to do. People were hungry, they didn't have money, they didn't have savings, they were thrown on the breadline. They could not even get their severance, the workers here. I recall the workers coming in front of the parliament to protest, and us leaving the parliament to join them in the protest for their severance fee, something that is they're eligible for by law. It's illegal not to pay the severance fee, but the last government refused to do so. So that was the state of this area. The cane farmers in Canal and all these areas also lost their economic activity, their ability to earn, and the many workers who are working with them, about 800 workers, also lost their jobs. But this was the story of Guyana. People did not have jobs. There was no money in circulation. The government was increasing taxes. They deprived our children of the little pittance they were getting, the $10,000 per year. They took away the water from the pensioner, the subsidized water, took away subsidized electricity from them. They also took away the 1 month tax-free bonus from our joint services. They increased taxes on everyone, put VAT on water, electricity, food. I can go down a long list, but you know this better than I do, because many of you felt it in your homes. And we made a lot of promises. We have, tonight, I'm not going to go through the delivery on those promises, because in the next 2 weeks, every one of you will get a flyer in your homes. I want you to read that flyer, because it speaks about all the promises we made and how we delivered on them. We promised to reverse all the taxes that they put in place, and we did so. And it cost $50 billion that we put back in the pockets of people in this country. We promised no new taxes in the 5 years that we're in government, and we kept that promise too. No new taxes in the past 5 years. The children grant was restored and increased. The pension, we promised to double old age pension, and we have double old age pension from $20,500 a month to $41,000 per month. The pensioners now have $19 billion more in their pockets per year because of the doubling of the pension. The children got $11 billion more per year now because we've increased the Because the Care grant. I can go down the long list, but I expect you to read that flyer about the promises delivered. On that flyer too, it has 2 pages of our future promises, what we are going to do in the next 5 years, and then it has a last page about what APNU did. Make sure that every one of you in your homes, you read that flyer. So I don't have to talk about those things tonight. Tonight, is a cricket night. You know, Amazon Warriors is in the finals. And I want to thank you. We have a massive crowd here. In spite of that, I was worried. I thought nobody would want to come to listen to Jagdeo and the others on a cricket night. But it shows the strength of our party. People are willing even to go to it, not to go to cricket. But I'm not going to speak for very long because I want you to watch the match through. Go back home, or those of you who want to go to the stadium, because you'll hear from us many, many times in the future. You've heard from us. We came here in the bad times. We've come in the good times, and we will keep coming to these communities over the next 5 years to ensure that all of our people move forward. We're a responsive party. And as I said before, tonight I wanted you to listen to many of our candidates, because this party is in safe hands. We're trying to build the next generation that would lead this party and country into a glorious future. Among our list of candidates, 27 of them are below 25 years old. Another 16 are below 40. Some are as young as 18 years old. They've just reached voting age. We believe in starting them out young so they can acquire the experience to lead later. That is how we started in this movement. I started at 13 in the PYO. By 16, I was in the party. In my 20s, I became a minister. By 35, I became president. If one only followed the same path. By the 20s, I appointed him in my cabinet as a minister. And then he had the experience. By 40, he became president. So we believe in the experience. What you see now is because we've carefully planned our future as a party. We're the only political party that is trustworthy, that when we say we will do something, we actually do it. And that's why we have a great deal of credibility. When we go to the polls, I'm sure that people are so proud to say, you know, they promised the old people to return their pension, their free water, and they did so. They promised, as I said before, to double old age pension, and they did so. Around the world, not many political parties do that. People believe that politicians don't keep their word. Well, in the PPP, we're very, very different. We keep our word as a political party. And so when we promise more jobs, now 60,000 people are working more than we're working in 2020. 60,000 and more Guyanese are working today. And we intend to continue that. And we've laid out all the plans for healthcare, for education, for housing, for water, for safety in people's homes, security, for job creation. Carefully laid out plans. No other political party has been able to do that has done that. One man, when asked about his plans, He said, soon, shortly, soon, that's all. A couple days ago, I called some of them donkeys, and the Donkey Association said to me, you're disparaging us. You should take it back. Even our donkeys are smarter than some of these people that you have there. Hillary, I'm telling you, I've never seen this people could run for presidency and be so clueless about anything, what it takes to run a country. And it's not just Azruddin Mohammed. Norton is just as clueless. He's clueless too. So today, I want to remind you about what we're going to do in this region, what you can expect. So the Wells development, the gas to energy project has been delayed, but it will be completed and it will produce 300 megawatts of power. We have to now, that project has caused some hardships to people, the roads, etc., and you will have some more discomfort for a short period ahead of you. But then we're going to fix back every road that has been destroyed. We're going to make sure that the factories are built around the project so that more jobs are generated here for people in this region. We're going to be doing a fertilizer plant there, apart from other processing of using the gas to generate other petrochemical industries. So this would be a major growth pole here for the people in this area to generate jobs and income, etc. We have been taking back the land that APNU gave away many to their cronies at Wales Estate. And so you're going to have a lot of those lands going into commercial development. You're going to see factories, you're going to see new shopping malls, you're going to see hotels, you're going to see housing, you're going to see practically a new city being built right here that will generate benefits to the people of this region. Along the waterfront from Freedom Hoop all the way up here, what you have on the other side of the river, the eastern side of the river, you will see developments right along the banks of the river. In Freedom Hoop, we hope to convert the old selling into a tourist facility, and right along so the river to have like boat cruises that would land here to expand the tourism product of the industry. The gas, the expansion at Freedom Hoop, there where they're reclaiming lands to build a massive port, a huge port there that will cost over $300 million, privately funded, will change the way we ship containers into the country. It will bring down the cost of shipping because bigger ships would be able to dock there. They would land on this side of the river, and then with the new bridge, you'd be able to take the containers back into Region 4 and right across the country. So it will generate thousands of jobs right here too. From the 1st of August, the president has already promised the toll will be removed from the harbor bridge. We made that promise long before the elections. And then within a month or two, you're going to have the new bridge open. We are pushing them to get it done without compromising quality. And that will be free too. And it will be a new experience because it's 4 lanes now, not a 2-lane bridge that is creaky and old, that has served us well in the past, but that will change the way people commute between the 2 regions. We plan to widen all the roads in this region to build a new 4-lane road connecting Marika with the bridge so that people who live in this region can have ease of transport and move things along. There are lots and lots of plans we have. Often the platform is not the best place to elaborate these plans because people come here expecting to have fun and to hype up things and stuff. I want you to wait for the rally, but I wanted to have a more serious message here today so that you know that when we campaign, we're campaigning on real things. We're not a political party that just sloganeers. Some political party just sloganeers, they promise things without regard to their sustainability. Like APNU now, if you listen to them, they're saying they're going to give 35% increase every year to public servants. Over 5 years, that will be twice as much of all of the oil money that we have now. When you hear someone say that, you know it's time for you to send them to the madhouse. But they would say this with a serious face. This clown Mahipal and the others, you know. Mahipal is a Region 3 product, but you all should really deport him. He doesn't live up to the high standards of Region 3 in terms of intelligence. Does not. So, you hear all of these things today. They talk about, oh, we could not do anything because we didn't have the oil money. Well, they had $94 billion more of taxes per year because they increased taxes 5 years. And what did they spend the money on? Not roads, not bridges, not schools, not hospitals, not on creating jobs, but on food, on transportation, buying new fleets of vehicles, getting a 50% increase for the ministers, sending them off and their families to Ireland for health care, neglecting the young people of this country. That is their track record. And so it's not the money, it's about how you use the money. It is also about your capability to manage, and they've demonstrated they have absolutely no capability to managing anything whatsoever. So if you look at the oil money in the budget today, only 37% of the budget is funded by oil money. We're spending more on education and health and roads and bridges than all the oil money in the budget, than all of it. It means that we have increased non-oil revenue significantly, and our borrowing is focused on building out the capital program of this country. It's long-term, it's well thought out. On education alone, we have increased the spending from $53 billion a year in 2020. Now it's $185 billion per year. We're educating our people, your children, so that they can have the best future in the world. We had 39,000 scholarships, free university education. Now we're even paying for the CXC and CSEC 8 subjects so that you don't have to fund that from your pockets. In the next term, we said we will expand the school feeding program because you don't have to pay for tuition, you don't have to pay for exams at any level. So we need to expand the school feeding program and assist the children families with a transport grant for their children. So everyone who has a family or going to start a family now, you don't have to worry about the education of your children. The 12 hospitals we're building will take public health care above even what is offered in many private hospitals. You should see them. You should see. Any of you who have not gone to Diamond as yet, go there. You will see the facility there. And we just opened one, another one at Enmore, and 4 others will be open, hopefully before the elections, one in this region. We intend to also rehabilitate or pull down once that one is open, probably rehabilitate, and if we can't do so, pull down the Western Hospital and build another new hospital right there too. You'll be able, right in your own region, to get CT scans. All of the operations could be done right here. Modern health care to the people. We promise. So we're about not just the past, we're about the future. And you know, the first 2 years when we got into office, we were locked down as a country. Remember COVID? So really, all the changes you have seen in Guyana, in 3 years, these have come about. Imagine what we can do in 5 years, the next 5 years. People say to me, people who live on these banks say, there's so many new roads, I get lost on these banks now, and they live on these banks. I can't go there now, I can't recognize places, because there's so many cross streets all done, 4-lane roads, etc. And once the bridge is completed, you'll be able to leave Region 3 and get into Ogle in about 10 minutes on the new road, 10 to 15 minutes across a bridge, right into at Ogle or Georgetown, in 10 minutes from the border here, right into Georgetown. So this is what we're about. We promise in every village and every ward in our cities that we have to come back to the things that we have not done so far, because we have been focused mainly on the big things, jobs, removing the taxes, getting health and education back going. We need now to come back to every community and look at the drainage, concrete drains, ensuring that we remove the harmful and polluting activities from the communities by creating space for people elsewhere to park their trucks or their excavators, because many of them park them in the communities now. We have to help those people. We'll come back and put cameras in every community, not to watch you, but to keep criminals away from your communities. And only our party that don't check will go on in people's bedrooms, right? We don't care too much about that, but we want to keep the community safe. We just ordered 100,000 lights to put across communities in Guyana. We only received 4,000 so far. So by the end of the year, you'll have another 90,000 lights in all of the villages and wards in the cities and towns in the area, keeping our communities safe. We need to, in these villages, we need to plant more trees, build out all the recreational facilities. We're building so many stadia. One will be built here in Region 3 too. Many sporting facilities, but our commitment is that in every village Where there is a playground or recreational facility, we will upgrade it. We'll put in lights. We'll make sure that people in the evening can take their families out there so that the children and the elderly can exercise. This is what we return to, because we want our people to live comfortably, safer. We want to collect the garbage better. We have to empower the NDCs and others so that they can collect your garbage, give you better services right back in your community. We want to make sure that the pensioners do not have to go and line up now to collect their pensions, and their pensions will increase too, but that they can get it paid into their bank accounts. If you live at PATENTIA here, you should not have to travel to Georgetown. For basic things, you can do online methods. Get that. When you come through the airport, as Guyanese, you must be able to walk into our country freely. Be able to. This is what we're aiming for in the next term. And I hope that you are following that too, because in the hype of the campaign, we can often get distracted on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, on TikTok. People get caught up with small things sometimes, and they lose sight of the big picture. Do not be distracted by what you see there for the next 6 weeks. I expect every one of you here tonight to give of your time. Make sure that you spend time every single day to assist for the task ahead of us. And the task ahead of us is to go to every home, prepare them to come out on election day. Take them to the rallies, take them to the meetings. Get them out on election day, because likes on Facebook don't win elections. It is the votes that win elections. And we have the votes. We just have to get them out on 1st of September to make sure that people actually go there. No room for complacency. People see the big crowds and they say, we done win already. Well, that may be true, but it will only happen if every person votes. And so don't sit down, don't get distracted, because the other side is counting on us being distracted. My voice is going again. And the rally Northeast stole my voice. And I'm in Region 3, maybe it's my Paul working his thing on me. Yeah. So we have to understand that, because too often we get distracted. Look at what's playing out today in Guyana. So, Azruddin Mohammed got sanctioned by the United States of America. In the world, there are about over 7 billion people in the entire world. Only about 17,000 of them are sanctioned by the United States of America through that called OFAC sanctions. Azruddin Mohammed and his father are two of those. Serious sanctions. Very, very serious sanctions. The United States of America made it clear that any U.S. citizen that deals with this company or these individuals can face law enforcement action. It says that anyone else, non-U.S. citizens who integrate with them or work with them, can also face sanctions. Many Guyanese who were just almost innocent people integrated with them or talked it or did business with them, got their visas withdrawn.
because of that. Now, Reuters is the biggest news agency in the world. It does syndicated news. Reuters in 2023 said the Mohammeds are being investigated for drug traffic, smuggling from Colombia to the money laundering for Russian mafia, and 3, gold smuggling. 1 year later, the US government put the sanction on. It wasn't the PPP that had sanctioned them. It was not the PPP that accused them of money laundering, drug trafficking, and gold smuggling. It was Reuters. But if we did not take action, every single one of you would have suffered, because the banks had to cut relationships with them. The bank closed all of their accounts, because if they didn't close their accounts, you couldn't use a credit card or make a payment from that bank. So any purchase you made online or anything of that sort would have not been done. You couldn't deal financially with the United States of America. That would have affected everyone. We had to shut down all of the other interaction with them because we refused to put our people at risk just to protect Azruddin Mohammed and his father. They got upset with us. So he's been having discussions with the AFC and APNU, and that is why they don't criticize him. First, they used to say, oh, Mohammed is a criminal. He's in bed with the PPP. Before the sanctions, after the sanctions, you notice they don't say anything about him. You saw Nigel Hughes meeting with them, went in the back door of his office, through the back door, and then he said he took Trotman there to give him advice on politics. So we know they've been working together. They then took all of their activists, Charles Subrim, Ramaya. I just saw Ramaya left them back again. He's all over the damn place here. Arbajan, all the crew. If you come to this region too, a couple of people who supported AFC, and they handed him those people to work with him, to mobilize. They then took Odessa Primus and the others and handed them to Mohammed, and the plan was they can't come to Wales in the form of AFC or APNU anymore. They've already burned their bridges with these communities, even Afro-Guyanese communities, because they never kept their promises. They can't go to the Berbice in Port Morant or Albion and tell the sugar workers vote for us anymore, having promised them a big increase in wages and salaries, and they got 0 in the 5 years. They can't go there. So they need a new face to go into these communities. They were hoping that he would split the PPP's support. But that didn't happen because the PPP support base is strong and resilient, and it's growing everywhere in Guyana. Because our people saw through the Mohammeds and Azruddin Mohammed, and saw through what he was about and the collaboration. So now he's been, because they helped him, he started taking a few people from them, and they're getting upset with it now. But that is natural. This guy presents himself as a victim of PPP. He's not a victim of PPP aggression. He poses no threat to us. He's facing the consequences of a criminal past, and he's trying to get into politics to avoid accountability for that criminal past. The charity that you see, if one man in 5 years evaded 10, 11 billion dollars of taxes. That could give all of the children of the country $55,000 each, 200,000 children. He alone evaded that. He goes around and builds a couple houses and hands this out to people and think we should be grateful for that. The 200 million that he gives out when he stole from the state $11 billion in 5 years ago. But wait after the election, he'd have to pay back the $11 billion and much more. So they're not pro PPP. He is looking out for himself. He will cut a deal with APNU and the AFC because they promised him that if they could. But they're not going to win, so they can't give him any deal. They're not going to win. And now all of them, I think, recognize that. That's why things are falling apart. Apart from the motive behind him running, he's just hopeless. You've seen this. This man launched a campaign, been campaigning, and never has done a single, even 5 minutes press conference. Not a 5 minutes with the media. He got people around him, minding him, pulling him away, cussing out the reporters. That question is too hard. Ask him another question. You know, that one is too hard. We can ask him another question. Yeah. And then go jumping in all the time to block the reporters. Knows nothing, absolutely nothing. Can you put your children's future in the hands of people like him? Actually, the child whose future you're talking about, the 9-year-old child may have more brains than he has. And so that is what we're talking about. You know, we're not worried about him because people have seen the heart of the PPP. They've seen our commitment. They've seen we're not a fair weather party. They've seen our struggle throughout decades for freedom in this country. Without the PPP leading the struggle, our people would have fled Guyana. They've seen our commitment to children and women and every group of Guyanese. They see that we're the only genuine party that is bringing people across races together. We have grown as a party. And all in keeping with the vision of our late Chedi Jagan. From the time he set up his party in the 1950s, when he set up the party, it was to fight for all of Guyana. We kept true to that vision. And that is why we're doing well. So please listen to the messages. Do not get caught up with what comes up on the fake news every single day. So now, as I was coming here, they said, I'm in a plot to harm Azruddin Mohammed over the doggy matter. Now, what are the facts? Doggy himself said he gave Azruddin's party its name. Doggy gave the party the name WIN. Doggy is on video saying he called the shots over there. He pays the people that he rounds up. Now, you saw Doggy with another gang protecting him in his compound when the GRA went to collect the vehicle that he evaded taxes on. Doggy is tight with this man. Now, Doggy was mobilizing for the 1,000 people that he got on nomination day. We didn't have to pay anybody. People came, they love it, they're happy, you see the interviews, they were there. Then a fight broke out about the payment. And then Doggy brutally, unbelievably beat this woman there using a gun, cocking the gun. So it was almost, this is an attempted murder. Anytime you do that with a weapon, it's attempted murder. And what happened is Win then issued a statement distancing themselves from Doggy, but then they called Doggy to his home with the girl to try to settle the matter. And then now they're blaming the PPP for all that Doggy did. We tell Doggy to beat the girl brutally. We tell the Mohammed team, Mohammed, to try to cover up the matter. They're trying to, they take some man named Amir. What's his name? Amir Sheriff. He said something to Doggy. Well, Amir himself said, Azruddin is his father-in-law. They have a family problem. Not PPP problem, they got a family problem. Because as he's married to Azruddin's stepdaughter. So y'all must follow up on what's going on. Y'all look shocked. I myself was shocked. I didn't know Azruddin had a son-in-law named Amir from the Sheriff News. And so they fight over all the time. So they drag the PPP into their dirtiness. Now, we had a plot to influence Doggy. You think we can influence Doggy? Doggy goes where there's money. And tomorrow, if Azruddin don't pay him, he'll go somewhere else. He said he wanted to join a party that protects them, their followers. And the media asked me at the press conference, the PPP is known for loyalty. Would you take Doggy? And I said, no way. No, Doggy. You beat that woman up brutally. You think we respect women. We respect women. We're never going to tolerate that. Doggy's place should be in jail. That is where he should be. And his boss, I didn't know he tried to cover up the thing too. Then I saw that he tried to cover it up. And then there was a statement I saw from the girl that when she tried to leave, somebody lifted up their shirt and showed her the gun. A gun, so she couldn't leave. That is what he engages in all the time. That's the true Mohammed. That's the true guy. All the time believe they can get away with criminal behavior. But people are wise. So don't get misled by what you see on social media. Sometimes people get so focused on that they forget that we are working hard every day for our children, for our elderly, for our women, our men, for our miners, our forest workers, our sugar workers, our rice farmers. That's what we are working for, to change people's lives, to ensure prosperity so they can get better jobs, better education, better health care. That is what we're working on. This is what you can expect from us. What time is it? I don't want to keep you from the cricket match. Who's batting? Who is batting? Guyana batting? What's the score? 164? 116? I thought it was 160 for one. How many of us? 12.2 of us? That's good. That's good. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Yeah. That's good. So, as I said before, I'm happy that you are here. We really appreciate your presence. And I'm counting on every one of you. I can't look into all the faces because this crowd is so big. It's all the way down that end and across. But I want you to give your time over the next few days.
It's only 6 weeks more we have to do to go the journey to the elections. And I want all of you to remain vigilant. I want you on Facebook,
along with news feed, everywhere on social media, to go online too. And don't cuss people out. Just talk about what we have done. The positive things about the PPP, what we stand for. You shall take the flyer when it comes to your homes and post back the flyers. Make sure that you talk about the promises of the future and how they will help you. This is what I need from you. Going out, assisting, and also going online and helping. So that's all I'm going to leave with you today. I expect to see every one of you again at the rally here at Shortville when it comes to Shortville. Now, Kitty was huge, the biggest crowd I've ever seen, and I've been around a long time. So the guys are working in Barbies for Sunday. They said we want to beat Kitty. That's a big thing. If they want to beat Kitty. And I have great faith that the people of Region 3 will also beat Kitty down. So Governor, start your plans. Get ready for that. We need our people out there. Thank you again. Thank you for being here tonight. And the PPP is your party. Be proud of it. It's a party for everyone. This is a festive time for us, campaign season, but it's also a serious time. Thank you very much, man.